Hey, my name is Ben from Solutions for X. Today I'm going to be showing you an app that I'm most proud of. It's called Coplanar. It's for making geometry diagrams. And I've actually done videos about Coplanar in the past, but in this one I'm going to be focusing on one of the features that I'm most proud of and one of the features that I think is the most time-saving, and that is the ability to add LaTeX to your mathematical diagrams. So if you don't know, LaTeX is a mathematical formatting language, I guess, and it's not very difficult to use. You can learn more about it by typing or doing a search for LaTeX Math Library. The way that it's spelled is LATEX, so it looks like latex. And look up the kinds of equations that you like to use, and then with most people, they just sort of memorize the kinds of features that they use most often. Now, in this one, I'm going to be using or making a question about transformations. So I'll be using a lot of subscript and superscript, and I'll use some geometry notation, so like overline, circ, for little circles, a couple other symbols, and this video is not going to be about using the actual LaTeX. It's going to be about using the app. But when you become familiar with LaTeX, you'll see that it's pretty simple to use. So bear with me if you're a little unfamiliar with it right now, but I would encourage you to check it out because it will save you some time. Wow, I would have killed for this. All right. So the question is going to be about similar triangles, and we're going to do altitude of a right triangle, and we'll get it the way that we want it. I'm going to put it off to the side actually because this is going to be a multiple choice question. So I'm going to put the multiple choice to the left. Just thinking about how I'm going to lay this out. Yeah, I'm going to put the multiple choice on the left there. And we will do some labels. And I want to make sure that my labels match what I've planned. So this is the auto label, and I actually planned this out in advance to be like so. A, B, C, and D, and then I'll move the B up above. There we go. That's how I want the labels. And since this is going to be a diagram with a lot of detail, we'll also go into the settings here and reduce the thickness of the lines. There we go. Oh, and the thickness of the points. Okay, great. All right, go into angle hatch marks. So I want this to look like an altitude of right triangles. And we'll add one more. Okay, now those are extremely large. So we'll go into here, we'll say angle mark size, reduce that, there we go. Okay, so that's my diagram. Now I want to add the LaTeX. So I'm going to tap LaTeX, and we'll hit the plus sign. And in this question, I'm going to be asking which of the following is the correct way to map triangle, hold on a second, so you can see it, triangle BDC to triangle ADB. So we want to do a transformation mapping between those two. So add our LaTeX, and here's going to be the first one. This is not going to be the answer. Nope. Lowercase r. And as an example for LaTeX, I'm going to be doing this a lot. You go backslash, and this first one I'm going to be used is called overline, because I'm going to be describing a reflection. So we'll say overline BD. There we go, reflection. And then we're going to use circ. This is for a composition symbol. So we'll say reflection of a dilation, oops, space to separate the circle from the dilation notation. And then we'll do another subscript, centered on D, comma, frac. For fractions, AB over BC. So to end the fraction in LaTeX, instead of using a division symbol, we close the curly brackets, open a new set of curly brackets, and go B, C. Oh, and I want all of this to be in a subscript. So the underscore there, that's for subscript. So I'm just going to put curly brackets around everything here. There we go. So that's the dilation notation. And then finally, if you want parentheses that wrap around an expression, oops, backslash left parenthesis, triangle BDC. So for triangle, I just use delta. Delta BDC. And then close the parentheses. Oh, it needs to be capital delta. There we go. So this is going to be the first of the multiple choice responses for this question. And what I'm going to do is reuse that LaTeX multiple times. So I'm going to copy it to the clipboard. Oh, and also before I do that, since it is multiple choice question, I'll put a little A in front of it. Should I use text? I'll use text. I'm going to make this look like really nice. So we'll format the text, backslash text, curly bracket, capital A, point, space, there. Okay. And we'll copy that entire code. All right, so again, what I have here is a lot of LaTeX. I've chosen something a little bit more complicated, but mostly so that you can see the whole scope of what LaTeX can do. I could have just done like an equation and used like a superscript or something, but I wanted to do something complicated so you could see how precise LaTeX is able to be. And a lot of this, comes from my own familiarity with using LaTeX, but it does the simple things and it does the complex things. All right, so this is going to be the first answer. I'm going to put that into the page like so, and there's going to be 4 possible responses. So now, make it a little bit larger. And now I'm going to add 3 more responses. So for this part, I think we'll just speed up the video. Okay, so these are my 3 choices, and I'm just trying to line them up. When I say done, or if I want to move things around, so if I hide this box, I can click, I can move them around, I can use the space above if I want to, but I'm actually going to try to keep the graphic a little smaller. We'll show the tool again. We'll say done, all of those lines disappear. So this is the graphic that I'm going to be using. Now I'm going to export that. So I'll tap the little export icon in the top. And what we'll do is we'll just do save image. And now I'm going to hop over to a word processing app. So in this case, I'll use Pages. Okay, and we'll write some text for this question. Consider the following diagram of triangle ABC with altitude BD as shown. Which of the following transformations will map triangle BDC to triangle ADB? So that's the question. I'm not going to deal with fonts right now, but we will add that graphic in there. So photo or video, there it is. Okay, now I'm just going to crop it. Put it into position. Bam. So that is my test question. It took longer. It almost feels like it took longer to type the question than it did to make the graphic. So that's Coplanar. Absolutely powerful for quickly making excellent looking mathematical diagrams, excellent looking mathematical equations. Download it on the App Store. I think it will save you a ton of time. Thanks for watching.